Hello, guys. Welcome again. Welcome back. So let's see where we were on last time. I think last time we managed to do a few things. We implemented the interactive configuration wizard, which was actually pretty fun. And then we make the disk memory in charts linear. Actually, this one comes with a small bug in it because right now, when we try to display the charts, we are actually getting something like it is trying to duplicate the chart rendering for some reason, and then it is showing all messed up. So I think we will have to take a look. I don't know if we're gonna be doing that today because, being honest, I don't want to take much time into debugging again. Maybe for now I will just deal with it for a moment, leave it as it is. Even though I know I'm gonna introduce a bug, I know that's not good. But actually, as I'm working on this as a solo dev, I think that I can deal with it. I can manage that technical debt because I know about it. So I think the first thing will be to check what we were working on last time. So render charts, yeah, we created a grid, and then everything was inside that grid. Actually, let's see how does that looks when we try running it. Like .NET run, and then maybe something like panels and show charts. Okay, let's go and see what we get. And we do actually get now this much leaner version of memory and disk breakdown. I do like this. I like the way they are being printed, but as you can see, we also get this, like it is trying to re-render that on top and then down here. Maybe because of the old way that it was managed, like memory and disk breakdown was, between system and hardware. So maybe I will have to check where that is happening or going on, and then just remove that and just leave it to be at the very bottom. Because as these are charts, I think it makes sense to keep them all the way down, so we don't get that ugly, like break inside or in this between the system and hardware or anything that is going on. Okay, so now let's try with this as false. And now, as you can see, we don't try, or the app doesn't try to render the chart, so it's a lot faster. Also, I think it is worth telling you that now we can do the interactive configuration wizard, which was pretty fun to code actually. As you can see, I added this as a command, and also it will make sense to in the future maybe remove this one, because now we're doing the same here, but leaving the user the option uh for what he wants. Also, maybe we could remove this one because I don't know, this is just to tell the app the path to the configuration wizard. I don't know, I don't quite think that should be left there. So let me show you how this goes. .NET, whoops, run dash dash, and then config, nope, config with. The first thing you can see is that we get this sharp edge config banner, and then we can select what modules we want. So we can select the ones that actually exist. These four here do not exist, so I must remove them. We want the minimal version. Show icons, yes. Show charts, false. Group modules, yes. Enable parallel execution, yes, yes. And then it prompts us to see the configuration. This is the preview, so we know what we are adding. User minimal true, false, true, true, true. Okay. So we say yes, I want this, and then the configuration is saved. So now if we run the application with that, oh, .NET run double dash, we should get it with the minimal. Yes, minimal with icons, grouped, and no charts. Okay, so that's how it is going so far. It is pretty cool, to be honest. It is really cool. So I think yes, I noticed some things that we can improve in the configuration wizard, in the application as an overall. But for now, let's try working on this. I think we can get this to work pretty fast with Claude and open code. So let me see what else we worked on before moving on. No, please move here to the left. Oh yes, this is the create default config file. That's the only thing that we added. We added the new command here, the interactive config wizard. This is the entire let's UI code for the interactive wizard for the configuration. Here are all the questions, icons, charts, everything. I think we can do something like maybe we can add some padding here to make it look better. And this is okay. So for now, I think we can deal with this. Actually, we have this config copy JSON. I think we can remove this now. This was just for testing purposes, and it was okay. So for now, I think we can do git add everything. Git add. Maybe we can ask this guy to create us a commit message. Let's see if it goes and try to get us something good. Maybe we can just say added configuration wizard. Okay, I like it. So git status, we have three changes to push. Git push origin. I think the branch already exists, so we should have no problem pushing it. Yes. And then I think we can close close this one, and then we can start working. Oh, wait a minute. No, no, no. Wait a minute. Git log. Hmm. I'm not sure why I lost my changes on preview on the plan MD. It seemed there was an error, just a refresh mistake. Yes, yes. That seemed to be an error. Okay, now we can work on this. Add nerf on icon version for output icons. Create options to display nerf for icons. Yep. Okay, so now we can say something like, please now create. I think we have to think how can we ask OpenCode to implement this. Uh, Let me put this in the C Sharp expert mode. We're using Claude Sonnet right now, so I'm gonna ask it to create a separate file or a static property or a constant for the different icons, for all the emoji icons, and also create one for the nerf font icons. I want to let the user decide whether he wants to display the icons as emoji icons, or as nerd font icons. So please create a config file. No, a separate property dictionary, or what you consider is the best, to hold the emoji icons and the nerd font icons. Also, no, in addition to this, create an option to display or to select the icon type or format, and also create this, or add this option as a question at the config with, only if the user decides to show the icons. I think this is a good way. This is a good prompt. So let's see and see what it came up with. It's gonna be thinking right now. That's okay. So yes, it's reading the configuration, the module result renderer. It's gonna create the icon style enum for emoji or net font. That's good. It's gonna create a module icon class with yeah, this one will hold the two dictionaries, one for the emoji and one for the font icons. What else? It's gonna be adding the icon style property. Okay, this is good. Yeah, icon style in the sharp for configuration. Also update the module renderer to use the module icons, the icon style. Yes, icon style. So the plan is gonna be adding the enum for choose between emoji or icon or font, the module icons. Hmm, okay. Renderer update to pick the right dictionary. Icon style. Wizard gets an additional follow-up question only when show icons it's true. Yeah, that's what I want. And the configuration and the configuration loader updated. Okay, so it's gonna be creating this enum, just adding the emoji and nerf font. Then here at display configuration is gonna be adding the icon style. I really don't like how it adds so much comments. I know that that can help uh the LLMs to understand more of the code, but I just don't like how it makes it so, like it's a bunch of unnecessary code in my opinion. So now create the module icons, yada yada. Yes, this is what I want. This is the dictionary, the first one. This is the emoji, and this is the nerd font. Okay. Okay, it's using the Unicode here. Fallback emoji, it's gonna be a dot. That's cool. And fallback nerd font, it's gonna be this, which is a fake question. String get. yeah, whether we have nerf font or emoji, and then return the try get value from the dictionaries. It's gonna do it for every module that it's added. Format label, yes. Now it's gonna be adding some more logic to display the icons in the style that the user decides. It's removing this from where it was before. That's good. It was unnecessary to be there. And in program CS, it added the icon style option. This is good code. Okay, icon style has value only. Yes, it's gonna set this emoji. That's cool. Where is this? Yes, display. Yeah, that's the right place to put it. Text JSON. Okay, so now we're changing the system runtime serialization to use the system text JSON serialization. Okay, yeah, I'm not sure why we were using this before because this is definitely the way we should go. Yep, yep. Yeah, this is the interactive config wizard. If show icons is true, then it's gonna be asking the question: do you want emoji or nerf font? Okay, show charts, show icons. Yep. Yeah, I think we can change this for a smiling face. Okay, so now is this running? Let me see. So .NET Run. Let's see. In the help, we should have the new option, which is the emoji style. Icon style. I'm sorry, icon style, which is emoji or nerf font. Let's see. .NET Run, and then um, format minimal, and then say icon style to emoji. Okay. Now let's say group false and mm, how do I say nerd nerd font? Okay, this is good. Now we have this, which is interesting, is that maybe, just maybe, let's change the format to panels, and see if we get any color. Yes, yes, that was actually what I wanted to see. Okay, so for memories not finding the right one, yeah, I think we can take care of that later. Yep, we're getting user, OS, CPU, memory, GPU, and disk. That's okay. And now let's run the configuration wizard. So let's say we want all of this, guys. Now let's see trees. Yes, icons, nerf font, false, group modules. Yes, why not? Parallel execution, true, and yes. And let's say yes. So now with this new configuration, we should be able to run without specifying any option, and we should get the new format. So yes, now we have this user and OS, and everything is okay. We're using Nerf font. Okay, so I think this is Really good. Now we have achieved this and achieved this. Now we should refactor the project. I think that's gonna be something that will help me to feel a lot better. So how can we start? Maybe I can make these smaller and then open this, and then let's see what we change. We change a lot of files. I think it will be good to git commit that message will be added. What did we added? Yeah, icon style option and add config and with config. So now I think we could ask Sonnet to organize everything. And maybe I think we're using this class, but I would like to put this class somewhere else and also change the name of this class. I'm not sure if this should be called sysinfo. Graphics. I think this one is not being used anywhere. Yeah, this was used before. Okay, I want to organize the application structure. So please remove all unused files and um, create, maybe you could say something like create folders. No, and group the existing files uh, with their corresponding. Now, how can we structure this? All unused files and group the existing files at the folders where they make sense to be. Also, I would like to rename the sysinfo class as this was an initial, but I would like it to be called something that makes more sense. And maybe, and lastly, please. No, I think I'm gonna let this uh, Claude Sonnet decides whether he's gonna do something. Okay, so now that we have committed our changes and we don't fear to lose anything, we should let it be. So now it's gonna be making a lot of changes because it's gonna practically restructure the application, remove files, rename files, maybe create folders, move files from folders, existing folders, and maybe move them around. So these can cause some issues. That's why we committed our changes. So we make sure nothing of our uh, successful work gets lost. I'm really excited. I really want to finish, changing the application structure and maybe adding the README file today will be awesome. And also maybe we can take care of some of the issues and maybe um, plan the next changes to the application, those minor visual changes, coloring changes, and something more. I think our application is pretty much done at the stage that I was thinking it to be. As I told you, and as you can read in the description of this series, my plan was never to create like a fully functional super substitute for fast fetch or something like that, but rather to understand and try to learn a lot more, working with a CLI application. uh, I have learned a lot with implementing this module system. uh, so that was my goal all the time. Also, I'm gonna be adding the CI CD with GitHub Actions. I'm gonna be Dockerizing this application, and I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna be creating this as a maybe as a Docker. Uh, make it available for you to download it from Docker, and maybe even from Wingit. So uh, I'm pretty sure that there's a lot of work still to do. So let's see where we get with this. I really want to take my first application from scratch to complete production, because even though I'm almost like 8 years been working with code, I have never shipped an application from total scratch to production. So that's something that I was also craving to do this year. So I really hope to get it done in this month. As you can see, it's taking some time. It creating this to do list. It's gonna be okay. Okay, it's gonna be doing a lot of things. This is its complete plan. Mm-hmm. This should be private, please. So all of this was just planning. It did a hell of a work and all these tokens. Also, I would like to start using Caveman. I don't know if you have seen or hear of that. Caveman, it's like a plugin for your LLMs. Because normally we get all this information from it, like it's just spitting so much code, and it's also using so much tokens. So what Caveman does is like just go straight to the point, try not to repeat everything once and again and again and again, and that way it saves hell a lot of tokens. And I would like to use it because I don't know if you have seen, but lately things have been going wild in an AI world. GitHub Copilot just announced that they will be changing how they charge for the usage of Claude, and basically every single model. Now they consume a lot, like hell a lot more tokens than before. So the way that I can mitigate that for now is just use Caveman, because to be honest, I was thinking dropping GitHub Copilot, but then with my head cool, I was like, hey, wait a minute, where are you gonna be moving to Claude, which is doing pretty much the same thing, or are you gonna be dropping AI totally? Like, no, maybe I'm gonna stick some more time with GitHub Copilot, and then just try and look for alternatives to save more tokens on my work. Let's see how much have we used so far. Okay, so as you can see, I haven't been coding. since the month started. So right now we have used the 1%, 1.7% of my total premium requests. So yes, maybe at the end of the month I will have used everything. I have never like reached the top or reached the limit of the tokens that we get or the premium request gig we get monthly. But maybe now can be the time. So it's moving everything into separate classes. This is good. And this is crazy. Look at all these crazy changes. It removed all these unused classes. Yep, the module system, all these memory modules, OS module, helper, CS. Okay, and I think this is way better. Like now, I think because we don't have a sysinfo class, now we get all the logic that was at sysinfo. We got it at every single module. So I think that's really worth the change. Yep, from sysinfo, but now we get it from here. From result. What's this thing? OS module. Okay. So now what we did, deleted 6 files, fixed modules, and reorganized 3 files, moved the helper, memory, and interactive config wizard. So now we can remove or close all of this and then open this guy. I said open this. Oh, oops, sorry. Open this guy, and now we have the CLI here, configuration, modules, rendering, and utilities. Okay, I think that's really good. We have the config here, solution and CS project here below. Okay, now I think we are pretty much done with refactoring the project structure. It add everything, and maybe we can get a commit message here from Claude or maybe GitHub Copilot, right? So updated OS modules to provide OS name based on the platform, created helper classes for common utility functions, introduce memory info class to encapsulate memory, remove legacy. Yes, okay, I like this. It's pretty much explained. Okay, so now also something that I've been looking at is there's a project pretty interesting, which is what was it? Was it like hmm, auto skills? I think. Yes, I was looking at this project and it's pretty crazy. So basically, what you do is you run these npx auto skills, and it will like go through your project, read everything you have, detect if you're using X or Y technology, X or Y framework, and then it's gonna be like telling you, you know what, you should be using these skills for your project so you can get the best out of it. And I think this is pretty crazy. This is really cool. So let's try adding that to my project. Yeah, maybe we can be using some useful uh some useful skills, and if not, we just close it and okay. But we have, yeah, we have the CS Proj and the SLN, and as far as I knew, hmm, as far as I knew, if you were using C sharp, it also worked. Hmm. Okay, so it seems that maybe I need to have a package that JSON, right? Yeah. I don't think that I like this. I don't think that I need. Yes, this should be working. NPX auto skills. Okay, so it seems that we can't use it. Yeah, maybe we do need the package that JSON, and I don't want to be adding that to my project, at least not for now. So, well, sadly, I really wanted to use this. But anyways, we can manually install all of them. That's not the issue. So create an appealing README file and add some captures. Also something really good, really cool. I'm sorry. I'm just confusing and mixing up words. I'm really sorry, guys. So yes, this is something that I was so excited to be doing, creating a README file. So how can we tell this guy to create it? Um, Create an appealing README file for the project so new developers can understand the aim of the project, the structure, how to contribute, what else? How to run it, and also and add everything else needed to make it look appealing and professional. I'm not sure if I'm writing this. Which one's right? Like professional, um, maybe just one F, and create an appealing README file for the project so new developers can understand the aim of the project, the structure, how to contribute, how to run it, and add everything else needed to make it look appealing and professional. And yes, let's go with this. And let's remove this. I'm sorry. So let's see what we get from this. I really hope we can have something beautiful, a good README file. And hello, guys, for everybody that is new to this stream. What we have been doing here is developing a pretty much simple. Let me look for this. An application for displaying the current, your machine info, pretty much like fast fetch, neo fetch, and all that, all those cool applications, but using C sharp. My aim or my goal is not to make it better, but to understand how it works, how I was also like really willing to be using Spectre Console, which is a pretty cool application, and well, actually a NuGet package for .NET, and also to create CLI applications. So pretty much this is what my application does. It prints the system info, the hardware info, how much time did it took, like reading this, and actually you can configure what kind of module you want to display running the configuration wizard, which is this cool wizard which asks you which modules you want to enable. Then you select them. You can decide from these four cool um, formats. Right now we were using the trees. We can select the panels, show icons. Yes, let's say emojis. This is the nerf font version from the icons. Show charts, false. Group modules, yes, I want them grouped, and yes, and yes. So now we have the final preview before saying, yes, I want this. So now the configuration file has been saved and we can run it. And this was the format that we get first. And now this is the second format now that we change the configuration. Also, if you don't want to change the configuration and instead just, run the application once in the format you want, you can use the existing options that we have. You can run the help command, and then we get all the options here and the other command, which is the config wiz. So you can select if you want them group, parallel, list. Oh, also list all the existing modules. The icon style, no icons. So let me show you how it will be. Let's say .NET run and say format. I want left panel and group false. Maybe icon style. It's emoji. What else can we set? No icons, module format, show charts, show charts false. And I think that's it. Maybe, yeah, this one gave us an error because it is not like that. We need to say icon dash style, right? So let's see if now I've written it well. No. Okay, yes. So the casing matters. Style and icon style. Can we see it? Yes. Now we have this different version, which is a left panel here with the system information, not grouped, and here at the right you can see the information for each one of these modules. So this is pretty much the application. Now I was trying to tell our guy here to create this new README file. So the new users, maybe whoever wants to create their own version, maybe somebody who wants to, contribute, they can understand and see what they can be doing. Features. Okay, so I think we can visualize this better here. Let me close the plan MD and let's open the README file. Let's close the left bar and now run the previewer. So Sharpfetch, a cross-platform system information CLI tool built with .NET 9 and C Sharp, inspired by FastFetch. This guide displays your system specs in a clean, configurable terminal UI powered by Spectre Console. Yes. Yeah, maybe we can replace this with some actual application captures. So the features, it's modular architecture, multiple output formats, icon support, breakdown charts, module grouping, parallel execution, JSON configuration, interactive config wizard, guided setup with Sharpfetch config wiz, cross-platform for Windows, Linux, and Mac OS. So the existing modules so far, you can see it's user OS, kernel, uptime, datetime, CPU, memory, and so on. So to get started, you need the .NET SDK 9. You can clone this and build a release binary. Okay, this is cool. The usage is the options or subcommand. So we have these configuration modules. These are all the options and my subcommand, the examples, the configuration, the schema of the config. This is pretty important. This is the project structure, which is really good. Maybe we can also ask Claude to add some emojis here. I really love emojis, so bear with me. I'm gonna be like adding emojis everywhere. I'm sorry, guys. I know there's many grumpy coders who say, "Hey, don't add emojis. That's so childish." But I just love them. I love UI. I'm all for the aesthetics. As you can see with this application, I'm all for the aesthetics. So please bear with me. I love emojis. I love visuals. I love aesthetics. Okay. So yes, I'm gonna be adding emojis here, here, contribution everywhere. I'm gonna be adding them all the way around. So contributing, adding a new module. This is really good. This is really good. Okay, building and testing. This is the system command line. Yes, these are my dependencies. And the roadmap. Unit test, native AOT, module selection via config.json, enable disable flags, color scheme, customization, network info module, battery module, yes. And watch mode for live updating output. Maybe not this one. Maybe we will remove this. I don't think this will be good. License MIT. Okay, I think this is good so far. Like for now, this is pretty good. Maybe yes, not maybe. I will replace this with different formats. Yes, man. I'm just thinking so much on this. Okay, so I think we can go to the plan.md and say, you know what, we're done with this also. Yay. Good, good. Yay, yay. And so what else can we do? Actually, there's a lot of things that we can do because we're not everywhere near to getting being or done with this application. There's so much job still. For example, here system, I don't like how this is being displayed. I would like it to be displayed like completely, the heading. um that's something that we could do. Also the issue with the charts, that's something that we will have to work on, definitely. So maybe we can start creating something like known issues, right? And then let's add something like bug. Which one I like the most? The cockroach. Yeah. Oops, sorry. Known issues. And say something like charts bug breakdown, charts bug. Um and we can say module print duplication. You know what? Actually, let's see if that bug still persists because there was a lot of changes and maybe, just maybe, that changed. And let's say panels group, um let's say group and show charts. Let's see what we get here. And yes, sadly, we still have this issue going on. Okay, so yes, module printing. Whoops, duplication. Okay. So the second issue or change that we could make will be to, hmm, yes, add add memory and disk labels on chart. Yes. Oh, and add icons. Oh, also, um, add the missing modules to the config wizard and remove non-existing ones. That's another thing we could do. What else we can do? Also, as we add missing modules, add missing icons for missing modules, emojis, and nerd font. Let me run the config wiz and see what do we have to do. Okay, so first of all, maybe we could change this banner. I don't like this one. This was just for testing purposes. Yes, definitely, but I don't want this. So change. No, look for a cooler, and then let's add a fire here for a cooler banner for the config wizard. Okay, let's say add this guy. Yes, nerd font. Yes, 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 yes. Maybe, maybe. What we can do is instead of just printing this plain, maybe we can show a table, change current configuration label or text to maybe something like configuration preview or something more explanatory. Hmm. Add left, no, add padding to the grid at the configuration preview. I think that we can also, yes, display the configuration preview on a table. This is optional, guys. This is optional. We know it. You know it. We all know it. Why? Because maybe it looks good, maybe it doesn't. So let's just make this optional. Yes. So these are our known issues, I'm sorry. Okay, yes. Thank you. Configuration save to config JSON. Thank you. Dot net run and help. Let's see if there's something else that we need to change. Oh, yes. Mm, remove, oops, something like generate config option. And decide to also remove config option. Okay, let me go with help. Configuration modules format, no icons, icon style, show charts, group, parallel, list, modules, generate config. Maybe something else we can do is only display charts on formats that make sense to show them. Okay, so maybe only for left panel and panels would make sense to show charts. I don't know. I don't know. I don't. I don't think actually to display the charts at the trees format makes sense. Like makes it look ugly. I don't like that. So I think we will remove them from those formats. So what else we have? We have the version, generate config. Yeah, that's gonna go. List modules, parallel group, yada 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 yada. Yeah, I think this is it for the known issues so far for the application. You know what I would like to do? Git status. Whoops. Git status. Let's add everything. Let's add a new message. Added a README file and known issues section to plan.md. Let's git push origin. And remember, guys, if you want to see this application, you can go to my GitHub profile and go to under Sharfetch, and here we have this. And I think so far we can finally merge this. It's a crazy load of commits. I really that was really bad. I didn't did or made any merge on this time. Like it was April, and May. Like I'm sorry, guys. I left you with no option but to only watch and not be able to work on this. So I think pull request. Let us create a new pull request from. Yes, okay. It seems that we were all already there. Okay, so it's a lot of changes. Okay, okay. You know what? I haven't worked with GitHub in a while. I have been using only Azure DevOps, for my job, and I don't know where can I make the request. I'm really sorry, guys. I'm so embarrassed. I'm gonna be honest. Like, let's go to my branch, and then maybe, maybe somewhere here. I know at pull request I can make that change. Okay, you know, not as flashy and as beautiful as I would love it to be, but that's an initial version, and I think that's good. But I'm really gonna ask it later to make it look more beautiful. As you know, I'm all for the visuals, I'm all for the aesthetics. So this README file is gonna be all covered up with emojis everywhere. I'm sorry, guys, I've said this before. I don't want to tire you like for listening me to be talking about this, but yeah, I'm gonna be covering this guy from head to toes with just emojis. I love them. I love emojis. I think they bring up so much to anything, or not anything. I'm sorry, not anything, but to documents. I do think where they make sense to be. So again, let's go to pull requests. Yeah, welcome to pull requests, and then yeah, so feature branch. My feature branch. Where can I say please do the merge? Load diff. No, not here. Oh, not here. Guys, somebody save me. Okay, I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use the old trick. Nope. Okay. Yes, this can be merged. Yay, but where do I merge this guy? Please, for God's sake. Hmm, hmm, hmm. Yes, I know. Yes, I know. I'm aware of all the changes we will make, but please show me where can I make the merge? How can I merge these files? Okay, split unified. Yep, it must be here somewhere. There must be a button here that I'm not able to see. You? Are you a button? No? Oh, I'm really sorry, guys. Ooh, okay, like I'm trying to find where can I make the merge, please. Just appear, show yourself. Yes, able to merge. That's great. And how? That's the question. Nine comics, 36 files, one contributor so far. Okay. Okay. Oh my god. I'm sorry guys. I'm so damn embarrassed. I'm really sorry guys. Whoops. Nope. Nope. Not that one, but my profile. I'm really sorry guys. I wasn't even signed in. I really feel so damn embarrassed. Yeah, I hope none of you steal my GitHub, please, guys. Yes, compare and pull request. Finally, finally. Yeah, please create a summary for me because it's damn a hell lot of work, and I'm not gonna be able to summarize this as good as you, my friend. So yes, I think we're gonna let uh, Copilot summarizes this, and maybe just maybe suggestions. No, we don't want any suggestions. Just create the pull request. Okay, this is good. Yeah, create a pull request, please. Just do it as fast as we can. And then, yes, no issues. Just merge the pull request. Yes, just let's do it, okay? Let's just do it, please. And I think we can delete the branch now and go to our master branch. Yes, so we should be good with this. Do we have any changes left? Git, oops, got changes. Got status, git status. I'm sorry. Yep, I think we can git switch master, git branch, and then git dash d. No, it was branch dash d, and then feature dash implement modules. Git branch. So now git fetch origin master. So let's get the latest changes from our remote repo, and then let's pull them. Git pull origin master. Okay, so now we have this. And then let's just make sure these run as before. Yeah, now I think we can move on to .NET 10, oops, yes, with the old and already known issues. So group, let's say yes, and show charts false. Please do not show charts yet. Okay, yes, this is good. So guys, I think so far. Hello, Shermanov. What do you mean by to the AUR? Um, I'm not aware of that. So far, I plan to be at GitHub. I don't know what does AUR mean. So please, if you can just elaborate a little more, I will be able to say something or maybe to investigate. Maybe we can search for that. Okay. So far, I think this is good. I really like this. So you are. Oh, do you mean to Arch Linux? Maybe that will be good. That will be really good. I think that's something definitely we can plan to be adding in next releases. So yes, why not? Why not? So far, okay. Thank you, thank you. Yeah. So definitely was not something on my radar. As my aim with this project is not actually to make something like a fast fetch or neo fetch, but to just try and learn a lot more of the CLI application, C sharp, learn a lot creating this modular architecture. That was something really fun to implement. Also, using Spectre Console, it's something beautiful. It's a great tool that I love using, and I really hope that I can be using more in my applications in the near future. So that was the reason that I created this application. But yeah, why not? Maybe I can create and migrate the binary for AUR. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. I think I can definitely be adding that into next releases. So far, I think for my initial release version, this is the one. I think that I'm gonna be adding, Dockerizing this application, adding some CI/CD with GitHub Actions, and maybe even launching a Winget module for this, just for the same reason, just for learning purposes, to actually get my first application from the from very scratch to production. Okay, then I'm definitely gonna be taking a look at that. Now that you say that's a good idea, I'm really gonna take it seriously. I'm gonna be planning on it. I'm gonna definitely be researching about it. I'm a software engineer with near 7 8 years of experience, but fun thing, I have never built an application from totally scratch to, launching my app to any kind of production environment. Just just a software dev that I think that it's time to move on from just being, you know, a firefighter trying to release new features and do bug hunting on my job. So I'm gonna take a look at what you suggest me. Thanks a lot, and I'm gonna research on that. Okay, guys. So I think so far this is good. I think in the next session we can go and try to hunt as many bugs that we can from these known issues list. Also, I think we can start with our first CI/CD pipeline, also with our initial Dockerizing for the application, Dockerizing, Dockering, however it is called, whatever it is called, and also maybe working some more on this README file, make it look better. Oh, and add some real captures, and even maybe we can create a GIF of the application running. I think that will be quite appealing and will make people turn their eyes on this. So yes, I think that's for the next session. So guys, make sure that you subscribe and you follow so you can keep an eye on what I'll be adding on the next sessions. Also, you can go to my blog if you would like to take a look. So far, I have only C sharp related stuff, .NET, but I plan to change that in the near future. Maybe adding, I don't know, my my descent into getting crazy working with something like this application, or maybe learning C or C++ in the near future, that's something that I'm looking forward to do, and I would love to share that with you. You can go also to my YouTube, Unit Coding, and well, you are at YouTube. So yeah, subscribe, follow, and I hope that I can get more work done in the next session. For now, I think we're good with this. And yeah, thank you guys for being here. Thank you for taking the time to see me doing dumb stuff here. And yeah, I hope you can be in the next one. See you.